Hello there everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. So today I will be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series number 70 Deluxe Class B-127. It's a pretty cool figure in my opinion. So let's get down to the review table and see what the big deal is for this figure. So let's get it on, man. Let's go! But before we take a look at the figure, it's always nice to take a look at the packaging right now. So you have a nice CGI image of B-127, aka Bumblebee himself. We got Studio Series number 70, Transformers Bumblebee, the movie, B-127, and he is a deluxe class number 70, and Transformers logo right here, Generations, Takara Hasbro, and you got the full image there of B-127 himself. He is an Autobot, of course, that is accurate. And you got the Transformers Bumblebee the movie logo on the top right there, and you can see the Cybertron scene backdrop, which is really cool, and you can actually take this out as a display, which is nice. And you have the obligatory product shots at the back of the box. You got the robot mode, you got the vehicle mode, Cybertron Falls, big screen inspired, 20 steps, and you have your bio. As the Decepticons take Cybertron, Optimus Prime finds Autobot Scout B-127 and sends him on a mission to establish a base on a well-hidden planet called Earth. So that is pretty awesome, because that actually happened in the movie. That's a nice description there. So that is pretty much it for the packaging itself. And here is B-127, aka Bumblebee, fully transformed into his Cybertronian vehicle mode. Now this guy is definitely a straight repaint, slight remold of the Studio Series Deluxe Class Cliff Jumper, who is actually an extensive remold of the off-road Bumblebee. And yeah, I mean, I do like this mold, so I don't mind owning it for the third time. So yeah, and I mean, it's Bumblebee, so I love Bumblebee, so duh, I had to get it. So yeah, I really want to have all forms of Bumblebee's vehicle modes and robot modes, so yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, I do love the vehicle mode. I think it looks really cool, it looks nice and sleek, and I do quite like it. Yeah, really nice. So let's get closer so we can take a look at the details. Got the nice gunmetal gray paint on the front there, that's pretty cool. Got some nice translucent headlights, pretty nice. You got the translucent windshield right on the top here, which is pretty cool. We got some yellow paint on the rims, which is nice. It's pretty cool. No paint on the back, but I don't care. So yeah, but still, it's a nicely done vehicle mode. You can see on the side here, you can see how the robot mode works out. So yeah, pretty cool vehicle mode. I do quite like it. Now, of course, he can roll. He rolls very smoothly. I do quite like that. Now, of course, he does come with a weapon. So he does come with the same gun that actually came with Cliff Jumper and Off-Road Bumblebee. So yeah, and you can see the barrel is nicely painted, you know, with the nice silver paint as opposed to Off-Road Bumblebee's weapon. So let me take the weapon from Off-Road Bumblebee for a bit here and just compare. You can see Off-Road Bumblebee's cannon is like really plain and bare, whereas this one is actually nicely painted. So yeah, this is a better looking weapon than this. I mean the molding is nice on this version, but no paint at all. So there you have that. So now you can store this in vehicle mode. So you do have two little notches right here for these two tabs right there. So you're supposed to, whoa, I dropped it. Where'd it go? There we go. So just plug this in there. So sometimes it's kind of hard to do this on camera. So yeah, so sometimes when the camera is on, it doesn't want to work for you. So it's supposed to tab it in there, which kind of doesn't want to work for me. There we go, just tab it in there. So there you go, that's how you store the gun in vehicle mode. So that is pretty cool. So now let us get down to some comparisons, and we got a lot of comparisons to go through here. So do bear with me. So now let's begin. Here is B-127 compared with the off-road Bumblebee from Studio Series. You can see a lot of remolding between the two, so you can't even tell what parts they share. So they don't even share the wheels. So yeah, they they share very less in vehicle mode, but I think they'll share more in robot mode. So yeah, that's a pretty cool comparison there of the two Bumblebees right off the bat. Let's just bring in the Volkswagen Bumblebee right here. So yeah, you can see here I got 3 different alt modes for Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. So we just need one more, which is the old Camaro Bumblebee. Yes, I mean we have the Studio Series 01 Bumblebee, but that is for the Bayverse version. We want the Bumblebee movie design for that vehicle. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I do quite like these. So yeah, let's move on to the next size comparison. Here is B-127 compared with the 2 Studio Series Dropkicks, with the 2 Studio Series Shatters, with the Studio Series Bumblebee, blah, 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 and my tongue malfunctions. Let's try that again. Here is B-127 compared with the Studio Series Voyager class Blitzwings. You can see how they scale with one another. With his wave mate Autobot Dino / Mirage. With the Studio Series Voyager class Starscream from the Bumblebee movie. With the Studio Series Bumblebee let's try that again. With the Studio Series number 38 Voyager class Optimus Prime. You can see how they scale with one another. And of course, last but not least, with the Studio Series Deluxe class Cliff Jumper. And as you can see, it's the same vehicle mode, just in different colors. So of course, Cliff Jumper has to be red, and B-127, aka Bumblebee, has to be a yellow car. But yeah, they look quite good together, I will say. We never got to see Cliff Jumper's vehicle mode, so I guess he probably transforms into this, since Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper always have the same designs together. So yeah, but anyway. So that is pretty much it for the alt mode comparisons. Okay, so I think it's time to transform B-127 into his robot mode. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take out his weapon right here, which is kind of problematic. There we go. Just take off the weapon and we shall begin. So start untabbing the side panels right here. Untab them and just flip this out a little bit. There we go. And you want to untab the roof section right here, untap the top section. It's kind of hard to do. Untap it, there we go. And just bring all this up. Actually you want to untap this also, untap that, there we go. And just bring this up and fold this down. And there you have the backpack all done and ready. So now just split the legs and just bring down his foot. There we go. And just bring down this panel just like that. And you want to rotate this to the side, to the other side, and just bring the wheel in. Just flip the wheel in to the leg, just like so. And he does have the same problem with Cliff Jumper, so the same issue with the leg. So it is what it is. But anyway, there we go. And just try to tab this in, which kind of it doesn't really want to tab in, but unfortunately. But anyway, so there you have. I guess you're done with one leg. So the same thing on the other side. Just bring down the foot and flip down this panel, and just rotate this to the other side. Rotate this to the other side. Just bring in the wheel, just like that, and just rotate all this down. And this is supposed to tab into a slot. This right in there, but it doesn't really tab in. But anyway, it is what it is. So there you have the legs all done. Man, they're really messy. Anyway, so just split the arms, just bring all this down, and you want to flip out his head. There we go. Just flip out his head and just bring down his head on this hinge. There we go. Just bring it down and just open these panels and just put this down and just bring the chest up, and there you go. Just rotate the arms forward, and just tab this into those 2 slots at the back. Just tab that in, and I think we are done. Are we done? Yes, we are done. So let me raise up the camera a little bit more so you can see the full effect right there. So yeah, so there you have B-127 fully transformed into his robots mode, and he does look really good. I will say he does look really good in his robot mode. My only issue with this figure is that the legs don't really, you know, come together solidly. They don't even tab in together. I don't know why this is a thing with this version of the mold, but I try to tab in things, you know, try to tab it in as you know, as close as possible, you know, as nice and solid as possible, but sometimes it just wants to push itself out. But anyway, but still, I do quite like the design for the robot mode. I mean, it's the same thing with Cliff Jumper, so yeah, I do quite like it. So yeah, let's get in closer so we can take a look at the head sculpt right here. So this is a new head sculpt on this body, and this is the battle mask head sculpt. You can see the Autobot symbol on the forehead, nice black for the eyes, which is pretty cool, and a little gunmetal gray paint on the sides as well, which is pretty nice. You can see the chest right here, nicely painted, nicely molded, and got yellow for the forearms. That's pretty cool, and got some gunmetal gray paint on the thighs, so that's nice. He actually has paint on the thighs as opposed to Cliff Jumper, who doesn't really have paint on the thighs whatsoever. So yeah, and he does have some nice silver paint on the legs, nice gunmetal gray paint on the toes as well, so that's nice. That's a little bit of improvements for the paint. That's pretty cool. So yeah, he does actually have more paint than Cliff Jumper, so yeah, he's slightly better than Cliff Jumper. Of course, the legs, the issue with the legs, yeah, a pain in the butt to get everything tabbed in, so it doesn't really want to tab in. But anyway, I mean this side does tab in pretty securely, but again, it always, you know, pushes itself out. I don't know why, but I don't know, man. But yeah, the articulation on this figure is pretty much the same thing with Cliff Jumper. So he does have a ball joint, you know, at the head, so you can actually rotate the full 360. You can actually move the head up, but that's going to break up the neck, so you don't want to do that. The shoulders can do a full 360. You can move in and out. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have an elbow joint, about slightly over 90 degrees of bend, and you do have a waist swivel, which is nice. The legs are on the ball joint. You can move up that far, you can move back only that far. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have a knee joint, about 90 degrees of bend, and he does have some foot tilt, you know. You can actually move up and down like so, and he does have a little bit of ankle tilt, which is really nice. So that's pretty cool. A deluxe figure that actually has a little bit of an ankle tilt because the ankles are on the ball joint. So but there we go, I do quite like that. So yeah, he is actually pretty nice and poseable, but it's kind of hard to pose him with the legs, you know, not tabbing in securely. Don't know why, but it is what it is. So he can definitely hold his weapon, but the first thing I want to talk about is the storage in robot mode. You can technically store the weapon in robot mode, but the instructions say just put this into that gap and that's it for storage in robot mode. I guess, I don't know, but you're supposed to put it into his hand. So there we go, just plug it into his hand, and it looks like his arm has transformed into this nicely detailed gun. So that's pretty cool. I do quite like that. So yeah, I guess we are done overlooking the robot mode. So now let us get down to some size comparisons. Here is B-127 compared with the Off-Road Bumblebee and the Volkswagen Bumblebee, and yeah, nicely done figures in my opinion. I mean, I really like this figure. Don't get me wrong, I really like this figure, but I love this Off-Road Bumblebee and this B-127 way more than I like this one. But they're pretty cool figures in my opinion. They still look pretty cool. You know, it's nice that Bumblebee has like 4 different designs in the Bumblebee movie, but we still need one more. It's the old Camaro Bumblebee design. So yeah, pretty cool comparison right here. Here is B-127 compared with the 2 Studio Series Deluxe Class Shatters, with the 2 Studio Series Deluxe Class Dropkicks, with his wave mate Autobot Dino / Mirage, with the Studio Series Voyager Class Blitzwing, with the Studio Series number 72 Voyager Class Starscream, with the Studio Series number 38 Voyager Class Optimus Prime, and last but not least with the Studio Series Deluxe Class Cliff Jumper. And of course, you you can see, is basically the same robot mode design, but different head sculpts. So yeah, the head sculpts are different with one another, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I do quite like, you know, the designs of the robot modes, I will say. But the only issue, the major issue I have these two figures, that the legs don't even come together nice and solidly. But it is what. Hey, how dare you follow me? How dare you follow me, Bumblebee or B-127, whatever your name is, I don't care. But anyway, so that is pretty much it for the robot mode comparisons. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe, number 70 Deluxe Class B-127. I love how Hasbro actually named this B-127, because that's what he was originally called in the Bumblebee movie. But anyway, so into the figure itself. I love the vehicle mode. I absolutely love the design of the vehicle mode. I think it looks great. The robot mode looks great as well. The only major issue I have with mine is that the legs don't even, and he loves to fall. Stay standing, man, how dare you. So yeah, the legs, they don't stay together. I don't know why. I don't know why this is the case with this guy and Cliff Jumper, but it is what it is. And now he doesn't want to stand in his pose for me, which is pretty weird. Anyway, stay standing, Bumblebee. So stay standing. Anyway. But yeah, the legs, yeah, they're pretty problematic, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. The paint, he definitely has all the paint that he needs, so I'm not gonna complain about the paint, because it's there, you know, it's there. Articulation is pretty good, so yeah, he's definitely pretty poseable all around. I love the gun as well. The gun is nice painted. I do quite like that very much. Love the new head sculpt, you know, with the battle mask. Yes, he doesn't have his cute little face, but it's fine. You know, I like the battle mask. You know, I really like the battle mask head sculpt on this figure. Since this guy is actually an extensive remold of the Off-Road Bumblebee, you can actually, you know, swap the heads around, but the only problem is the color matching, so it wouldn't look that good. So I prefer to keep like this, but anyway. But yeah, so overall it's a fun figure to mess with. The transformation is nice and smooth. I do quite like the transformation. Yeah, it's a smooth process, so yeah. So yeah, okay, so if I were to rank this guy from a scale of 1 to 10, so since he's slightly better than Cliff Jumper, I will say he's a 9 out of 10. So yeah, he's definitely a 9 out of 10. That 1 point is due to the leg problem, so yeah. So, but yeah, 9 out of 10 is a really well done figure in my opinion. So, okay, so, oh yeah, I did forget to mention that he does have those slots for the blade from the Volkswagen Bumblebee, so you can actually use the blade on this guy, so yeah. And I think that is pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're completely new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you'll never miss my new videos. And I got this guy from a shop called My Toy M Corp. That is AMCORP. I have to spell it out. So yeah, so that's where I got this from. But if you are in the US, you can always check out your local Walmarts, your local Targets, wherever you want to find this figure. But yeah, yeah, and I think that is pretty much it for me to say. So they have the Transformers Studio Series number 70 Deluxe Class B-127, aka Bumblebee, and this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out.